Think about the last time you got sick. Not the sneezing, not the fever, not the moment you called into work with a voice that sounded like a haunted kettle. The day before that. The day where nothing sounded fun. Your favorite food seemed gross, your friend texted you and you just didn't want to. Netflix felt like effort. You sat there thinking, I'm fine, I'm just in a weird mood. You were not fine. Your immune system had already launched a full military operation inside your body, it just hadn't bothered to tell you. Not even a text. Nothing. Today we're talking about sickness behavior. The bizarre, slightly insulting, and honestly kind of impressive way your body starts acting completely depressed before you're even technically sick. And buckle up, because one of these facts involves Salmonella, a village from the 1600s, and the scientific discovery that being a hermit when you're ill might actually make you a hero. Here's what actually is happening. The moment your immune system detects something it doesn't like, a bacteria, a virus, something that should absolutely not be in there, it sends out chemical messengers called cytokines. Cytokines travel to your brain and essentially reprogram your entire priority list. Their message? Stop socializing, stop eating, stop moving, lie down, stare at the ceiling, reconsider your life choices. The infection didn't make you feel terrible. Your own body looked at the situation and decided that feeling terrible was the correct response. You weren't sad, you were being managed by yourself, without your consent. And this kicks in early. Scientists now know that the loss of interest, the low motivation, the I don't want to go to that party feeling, these happen before the sore throat, before the temperature, before any of the symptoms you'd actually recognize as being sick. Your body has a two-stage plan. Stage 1, make you boring and sad. Stage 2, everything else. The boring and sad part is the body's strategy. It's just not kind enough to explain why. Very on brand for your immune system, honestly. Now, if feeling terrible before you're sick sounds annoying, I want you to meet an organism that fully agrees with you. Salmonella. Salmonella has figured something out. Your act depressed and stay at home response is supposed to stop you from spreading infection to other people. Thoughtful of your body, actually. Salmonella hates this. So it has evolved the ability to shut off the gut immune signals that would normally trigger your feel terrible and withdraw from society response. Why? Because a salmonella-infected person who feels completely fine is a salmonella-infected person who goes to work, shakes hands, eats at the communal lunch table, and unknowingly donates the bacteria to 17 of their closest colleagues. Salmonella doesn't want you lying in bed feeling sorry for yourself. Salmonella wants you at the buffet. This is a pathogen that looked at your entire immune defense system and found the one setting it could just turn off. And the setting it chose was your sadness. Let that sit for a second. You are being kept artificially cheerful by bacteria, for their benefit, not yours. You think you're having a good day? Salmonella is having a great one. Let's talk about why sick food tastes like cardboard and regret. When you're sick and someone puts a plate of your favorite food in front of you and your stomach says absolutely not, that's not nausea, that's a tactical decision. Researchers at Yale infected mice with either a bacterial infection or a flu virus, then they force-fed some of them. Bacterial infection mice that kept eating, they all died. All of them. The ones who didn't eat, more than half survived. Turns out, not eating starves the bacteria of the glucose it needs to replicate. Your body's food refusal response isn't your stomach being dramatic, it's calculated siege. Your body is literally starving the enemy using your hunger as the weapon. But here's the plot twist. With a viral infection, flu, cold, that sort of thing, it was the complete opposite. Force-fed mice survived at a much higher rate than the ones left to skip meals. So, feed a cold, starve a fever, the old saying everyone's grandma has, is actually scientifically almost correct. Just accidentally. For completely wrong reasons. And nobody properly tested it for several hundred years. Your body knows which one you have, it's just not great at explaining itself. So instead, it makes pizza look offensive and hopes you'll figure it out. Here's how scientists figured out that immune chemicals cause depression-like behavior. They were trying to beat cancer. In the 1980s, researchers started injecting a cytokine called interferon alpha into cancer patients as a treatment, and it worked reasonably well on the cancer. But it also caused up to 50% of patients to develop a full-blown major depression. That was not on the label. But it turned out to be one of the most important accidental discoveries in neuroscience. Because here was the smoking gun. Inject the immune chemical, get the emotional state. No trauma, no life event, Just a molecule that your immune system normally produces going directly to the brain and flipping the SAD switch. The depression wasn't in the patient's heads, it was in the syringe. And this opened up a whole new and deeply uncomfortable question that scientists are still arguing about today. What if some cases of depression that don't respond to any treatment aren't psychiatric at all? What if some people are just stuck in sick mode, running the I have an infection program, with no infection to fight? Your body's stuck on a fire drill, indefinitely. That went somewhere darker than expected. Moving on. Ready for the part where feeling terrible on a Tuesday is actually heroic? In 2015, two researchers published a paper with a genuinely beautiful idea. They named it the EAM hypothesis, after a small English village from 1665 that, when plague arrived, voted to voluntarily quarantine itself to protect the surrounding towns. The whole village stayed in, on purpose, knowing what it meant. Their theory, sickness behavior didn't evolve just to help you survive, it evolved to protect your family. By becoming lethargic, antisocial, uninterested in food, and genuinely impossible to be around, you naturally limit contact with the people nearest to you. You withdraw. You become, essentially, a voluntary quarantine unit. When you cancel all your plans, ignore your phone, and cannot face a single social interaction, you are performing an ancient act of biological self-sacrifice. You are, technically, a hero. Your family just doesn't see it that way because you've been on the sofa for 4 days, and you've run out of tissues, and you've watched the same 3 episodes of the same show on a loop, and you keep asking them if anyone wants to come sit with you while simultaneously telling everyone to stay away. Classic hero behavior, honestly. Just to give you a sense of how seriously evolution takes this system, fruit flies do it. When a fruit fly gets infected, it stops flying, stops eating, withdraws from other flies, and becomes exactly as socially disengaged as you are on a sick day. Bees do it, worms do it, the whole program. Cytokines, behavior change, social withdrawal has been reserved across something like 600 million years of evolution. 600 million years. That means the system predates dinosaurs, predates fish, predates basically everything we consider interesting about life on Earth. Your immune system has been successfully running the be sad, stay home, don't share your food protocol since before eyes existed. That is not a bug. That is one of biology's proudest achievements. You, lying on the sofa, eating nothing and ignoring everyone? 600 million years of successful engineering. The couch was the plan all along. So next time you have one of those days, nothing sounds good, everything feels pointless, you cancel your plans, you can't explain why you feel off, and you're just flat. Before you blame your attitude, your sleep schedule, or that argument you had on Thursday, consider the alternative. Your immune system may have already sent the signal. Your cytokines are already in the building. Your body has decided today is a sick day, even if your nose hasn't gotten the memo yet. You're not being dramatic. You're not being antisocial. You're not lazy. You are running a 600 million year old survival program that has outlasted every extinction event on Earth's history and is specifically designed to keep you and everyone you love alive. You should probably still drink some water, though. This is What the Flip Side, and we have many more stories coming up. If you haven't already, drop us a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.